The process of manually purging a hydraulic steering system can be a frustrating and time-consuming business, and worse still, it's a two-man job. In addition, messy and sometimes costly hazards like oil spillage are often difficult to avoid. Even after taking care to follow all the recommended purging procedures, it is not possible to guarantee that all the air will be removed from the system. So often the system needs to be purged more than once. Surely there must be a better way. And now there is. Introducing the Power Purge Junior from Teleflex Marine. This self-contained automatic purging system takes away all the pain and frustration out of purging a Seastar or Baystar hydraulic steering system. Better still, it's now only a one-man job. Let's take a look as our mechanic arrives to purge a recently installed Seastar outboard system. First, the blue hoses are carried to the helm position. The vent plug on the helm is removed, and the Power Purge helm adapter is screwed into the helm filler port. The blue hoses are then connected to the adapter using the simple quick connect couplings. Next, taking the clear hoses together with a 1/2-inch wrench, the mechanic then removes the bleed T covers on the cylinder and connects the hoses. Holding the hoses in place, both bleed tees are opened to between 1/3 to 1 full turn. After ensuring that any fumes have been vented out of the battery compartment, the 12-volt power cable is carefully connected directly to the battery using the alligator clips. The mechanic switches the Power Purge Junior unit on. Immediately, oil starts to fill the hoses and circulate around the system. After waiting 20 seconds for the helm to fill with oil, the mechanic starts to turn the wheel counterclockwise. The cylinder starts to move the engines to the hard-over position. In some cases, it may be necessary to push the engines over by hand. When the cylinder rod is at its fully extended position, the wheel continues to be turned, during which time air can be seen escaping from the cylinder. The wheel is turned for approximately 30 seconds, until eventually no more air bubbles can be seen through the clear hoses. Seeing that the hoses are now completely free of air bubbles, the mechanic starts to turn the wheel clockwise until the cylinder rod has moved across to the opposite hard-over position. Again, the engines may be pushed across by hand if necessary. As before, the wheel continues to be turned, and more air can be seen escaping from the cylinder. This continues until no more air bubbles can be seen and that the hoses are clear. The hard-over to hard-over cycle can be repeated if necessary to ensure all the air is out of the system. Happy that the system is now clear of air, the mechanic switches the Power Purge Junior unit off and disconnects the power cable from the battery. Using the 1/2-inch wrench, he then carefully tightens both of the bleed tees on the cylinder. The hoses are then disconnected. At this point, the system is fully purged, with the whole process taking less than 10 minutes. After stowing the clear cylinder hoses, the blue helm hoses are then disconnected. The helm adapter is unscrewed and the original vent plug refitted. Finally, the helm hoses are then also restowed and the Power Purge Junior is ready for the next purging job. The mechanic then performs a standard system pressure test by turning the wheel past its normal stop in both directions. At this point, it's a good idea to inspect all connections for any possible oil leaks and to check the oil level in the helm. Naturally, these things should be rechecked before the boat is used on the water. Finally, the engines are pushed from both sides to ensure there is no obvious movement of the cylinder rod. Completely satisfied, it's time for our mechanic to get on with another job elsewhere. The use of the Power Purge Junior system delivers optimum steering performance, dramatically reduced labor time and cost, and above all, happy customers. Contact your Teleflex Marine distributor now to order your own Power Purge Junior.